And joining us right now, Zach Harmonious. He's the executive director, of course, of Aurora, Inc. here in Evansville. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes joining us here today.
Oh, no, the pleasure's all mine. Thank you.
So we've got to talk about the Homeless Experience Project, Zach. This is the second year that Aurora has done this. And for those who don't know anything about it, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the purpose and what exactly it is.
Right, yeah, it's an immersive exercise in the homeless experience. We put this year 13 individuals, community leaders, through this immersive exercise, really to help raise awareness, talk about the challenges that the population that Aurora serves faces on a day-to-day basis, and really to lift up our partners in service. You know, Aurora, we're great at what we do, building housing plans, income plans, and restorative life plans. That last bit, restorative life plans, really relies upon the professionals that provide services that Aurora does not, to really change the trajectory of those experiencing homelessness.
So in a way, it's raising money, but it's also giving a voice. People who might not know what it's like, and many of the people experiencing this, including myself, I'm among those that are doing it this year.
Yes, you are.
Now, some of us may have experienced, you know, times when times were hard or things like that, but to actually live on the street, be reliant upon services that places like Aurora provide, it's a whole new experience, something it's hard to prepare for. What have you learned from experiencing it last year and the people who gave you feedback? What kind of experience is it for those 13 folks?
Yeah, I tell you, you know, having worked in this sphere and then going through the 48-hour project last year, you know, I thought I knew everything about the homeless experience. The biggest takeaway is, you know, as a network, we can do a better job serving the population here experiencing homelessness. We can do a better job convening services that changes the trajectory of their lives. But as a community, we can do a better job of acknowledging that we have an issue here in our community and that we have an opportunity to do something about it. So as part of this immersive exercise, not only do we want it to be as real as possible, we acknowledge the fact it's only 48 hours and people get to go back to, you know, the comforts of their home. But throughout it, we want to really build, you know, super champions, super advocates, not only for Aurora, but for the people that we serve and the greater system of homeless services here in Evansville.
Excellent. And of course, that is, you know, part of the reason why I wanted to be a part of this was to give a voice to those who don't have it and experience things that some people take for granted. I'm thinking about all the things this week, Zach, that I take for granted. One of them is my car, being able to get into a car. Some people actually do live homeless lives in cars, though. So there is no real one-size-fits-all solution to this. But can you talk a little bit about where that money goes and kind of how those programs can help different individuals facing different levels of homelessness?
Absolutely. So Aurora's main mission is to prevent and end homelessness. So we have programs that focus on the prevention side, keeping people on the brink of homelessness in their homes. We have our outreach team, which most folks really know about us the most. They're out on the streets, they're out in the shelters, engaging on a day-to-day basis with those experiencing homelessness. And then we have other programs that, you know, usher those individuals and families from the homeless experience into housed situations. We practice what's called the housing first model, meaning that no matter what the reasons for experiencing homelessness, getting housing first and building out tailored case management plans around that individual, that family, is really what we're all about. So the long and the short is, not only does the funds that this project, Immersive Experience Project, really help Aurora, it also helps to fund an ongoing White Flag program at United Caring Services. United Caring Services is one of our great shelter partners of many shelters that we have here in the community. They provide no barrier White Flag nights, and to fill the gaps between you know, the dedicated White Flag nights and those nights where it might not quite be 32 degrees but cold enough that folks need to be off the street, that's where part of this funding goes and is applied to as well.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because in fact this week it is of course scheduled to be White Flags. It'll be in the mid-20s, I was seeing overnight, while I'm doing this. And of course, it's not about me, it's about the folks that you guys serve and the programs that you guys have. And to know that that is available, though, it really is more of a sigh of relief than anything else, knowing that, you know, there's a strong possibility otherwise that could be sleeping out on the streets.
Yeah, you know, the weather's supposed to be 20 degrees on, you know, the Thursday night, Friday morning, and 18 degrees. So we're going to have white flag called throughout the community. UCS will be an option. Rescue mission will be an option. But, you know, I just want to say thank you for, you know, committing yourself to this. This is a huge commitment. 48 hours, you know, as you said, coming from the comforts of your own home, the comforts of your daily lives, the things that you and I take for granted is you know, some of the most challenging things that our folks have to overcome, whether it's, you know, the simple things like trying to find an ID, get a new ID, get a birth certificate, all those, you know, minor steps to you and I to finding housing, to finding gainful employment, let alone all of the other struggles and challenges that you'll face and the other participants will this year as well.
All right, Zach. Well, thank you very much. And we will have more information on how you can help from home and donate to this cause. Again, it's coming up this Thursday and Friday, and we'll have more information both on air here and online at our website, wevv.com. Zach, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.